Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So there is something that I am very excited to start doing in this video, which is a series based on some events that have come on in recent times. But given the nature of YouTube as a whole, I can't exactly explicitly say the words in regards to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it clear. I'm gonna be using different words, but we're gonna be talking about a certain injection. I'm sure you guys are aware of which one I'm talking about. And over the past few days, well, let's just say some things have been revealed, right? So I wanted to talk about these conditions and how it affects the human body, just so we can get an idea of exactly what it is that this injection had inside of it. So without further ado, let's get started. So as always guys, this is just a quick reminder that all the links, all the sources for each and every single piece of information that I discuss in this video is linked down in the description below, and I highly encourage you guys to go ahead and do research of your own and go ahead and look through it and validate everything, because it is all there. But also encouraging research in all of us is important, not only in educating ourselves but in also understanding exactly what's going on. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So, the side effect we're going to be covering in this video is actually the one called 1p36 Deletion Syndrome. So, for you guys who don't know, this is a chromosome disorder, and it's one that is in fact severe. Typically, it's known to cause intellectual disability. Now, intellectual disability, I want to let you guys know that I'm defining it as something, it's a condition that affects, brain function. So that has to do with memory, communication, learning, which means you're not going to be able to actually recall things as easily as someone without the syndrome. You're not going to be able to express yourself, and learning is going to become definitely tough for you. So most individuals who do end up having this syndrome, unfortunately, they don't speak, if they do, they speak very few words because it's very tough for them to. They end up having temper tantrums, they harm themselves. It's a behavioral problem. Most actually do exhibit structural abnormalities to the brain. Like, one of the symptoms of this is literally it's a decrease in size of the outer layer of the brain because of the loss of brain cells. Now, this is known as cerebral cortical atrophy. And because of structural abnormalities of the brain, seizures occur in more than half the patients with this disorder. Now, affected individuals also usually exhibit weak muscle tone, also known as hypotonia, and swallowing difficulties, also known as dysphagia. It's full of abnormalities, right? So we're talking about abnormalities to the skeleton, the heart, the kidneys, genitalia, gastrointestinal systems. Specifically, 1p36 deletion syndrome is caused by the deletion of genetic material from the specific region of chromosome 1. So it's very ingrained in the chromosomes, and there's no cure for this syndrome. That's one of the big things about it, right? Treatment depends on the symptoms, and the only real thing that there is to do is just treat the symptoms. You can't actually treat the disease, the syndrome itself, because there's no cure for it. So my take on this is that this is obviously something horrifying, in the sense that you wouldn't want to get this on anyone, much less a developing child, because think about for a second the side effects that this could have on a developing child, right? It could obviously harm the way that their brain develops. It could give them speech impediments. It doesn't allow them to express themselves, and it makes the entire aspect of growing up a lot harder than it needs to be, because they can't even learn properly. So it makes that entirely, it just makes it very challenging. But this is only the first of a long list, and we're definitely going to be covering these as often as I can. So if you want to know more about these, please subscribe, and I'll be keeping you guys up to date, posting more of these videos every single day, or at least as often as I can, covering the next side effect, so that way we can get a good idea as to what each of these mean and how this impacts us and how this could impact those around us. So if you guys enjoy this video, please go ahead and drop a like. I try to keep them short and sweet, informative, straight to the point. Comment if you guys have something to say. Share it around to keep others informed, so that way we can have a discussion topic, because that's at the end of the day what this is. It's about informing, it's about discussions, and I like to hear from you guys, and I like that communication. So if you guys definitely enjoyed it, go ahead and express it. Please subscribe yourself if you feel like you want to see more of this, and if not, then go ahead and tune in whenever you feel like it. That's okay too. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. You guys are awesome.